All right. Today we're going to be working on creating a winning and losing condition in Scratch. But first, I want to show you something on your project page. Something you're going to want to add that's going to be a requirement here is go see your project page here at the very top of your Scratch project. And in your project page, make sure to um, put in some instructions. So I said use the arrow keys to move around. Don't touch the lava. And then let's say go find the donut. Okay. So once you have your instructions in for your players, also make sure you got it named Gravity Final. Then let's go back and see inside. And the first thing we're going to do is create a losing condition. So what we can do here is we can create a new sprite. We're going to paint one. I'm just going to create a little box here, simple box. And let's make this box, let's make it red for the lava. Okay. Um, we'll move that lava around. So now we want our player, if it touches that lava, for something bad to happen. How about I'm gonna drop that other sprite here just a little bit for the ground, and then we'll move that lava down. Okay. About something like that. I'll make it even higher. And you could put this sprite anywhere um, in the map. You could create obstacles anywhere. It doesn't have to be on the ground. So the next part here is to code something happening to our Mario here, or whatever you happen to have for your sprite. And what we want is um, to create a little bit of something happening. So if our sprite is going to be touching, so we're going to go to our if then statement, get a sensing statement, touching. We'll go the touching mouse pointer. This one has the drop down menu. You can choose other sprites. So our lava is called sprite 1 right now. We can rename that. Call it lava. See, now it's switched over to lava. If touching lava, then let's go to, I'm going to duplicate the same code about where we start the game. It'll send us back to the beginning, basically. And we'll put this into our forever loop here. Not inside another if then statement, but just inside the forever loop. And so let's try this out. Yeah, perfect. If we fall into the lava, now we get reset. We could also make a sound there. So in this case, I'm going to put in a Wilhelm scream. How about that? So, and then we'll hit that green flag. Try that out. Let's see. Didn't go in there. Let's make sure the sound is in there. There it is. And we'll come through and tighten that up a bit. Let's see. That's the sound we want. Let's make that softer. And I'll come back to my code. And we'll put that before we go back to the beginning. Okay, so we got a losing condition now. The next one is going to be a win condition. So if we get to touch another object, let's choose a sprite. And let's see, what did we say in our instructions we're going to see? I'll go back to my project page. We said go find the donut. Okay, so let me come back and see inside. We're going to try and get to a donut. And in the donut, let's see. Let me find a donut. There's a donut. I'm going to reduce the size of that donut. Okay. And now in our Mario, in the controls, if touching, so we'll go to our sensing here, if touching the donut, then we could do something like say yum. So we could go up to our looks, I think. And we'll say yum for, let's do 1 second. And then again, we could reset our location back to the beginning, and we could then change the costume of the ground. So if I put this in here, and I just had the donut right here. Let me test this out. Yep. So let's say, instead of hello, let's say yum. Okay. And sure enough, there it goes. Now, the next thing that we can do is add in some obstacles. So in the ground sprite, let's go to its costumes. We have costume 1 here. So we could then do something like this. We could create a few boxes to be able to jump onto in order to get to our donut. We'll set our donut up here. Hit the green flag. Yum. And then it resets us back to the beginning. Now, one thing you could do is duplicate the costume. Whoops, not for that one. For your ground. And we could put in something like in the code. Let's go back to our Mario here. If touching the donut, say yum, go to that thing. And then let's broadcast a message. So we go broadcast message 1. And on our ground, we'll go to our controls, or our events rather, here. And when I receive message 1, we could go switch to next costume. And so on our ground level here, this is how we could create multiple different levels. So now I have something that looks different. I could get rid of some of the other previous ones. And then when I hit the green flag, hopefully it'll switch. So let me go to the first one here. Resets us, and now we're on to the second level. And last thing we'll do is on the ground here in the code. We could do things like we could create a variable and set up numbers for each of the costumes. And then we could make sure to switch to costume 1 or something like that. So, but in here, you can literally switch it to costume 1 when the green flag is clicked. This is another way you could do it. So when green flag is clicked, make sure to go to costume 1. That way it resets it back to level 1 each time. All right, there you go. That is a winning and losing condition with levels inside of your Gravity game. And you are all done.